Did somebody say mystery? Did somebody say murder? Oh my god. Did somebody say... Did somebody say that there's been a death? Perhaps more than one death? Did somebody say a little mystery has gotten their butts puckered? I haven't done this sooner. How have I not done this sooner? Oh my god. Those are infected. Who's ready for a little bit of a mystery, huh? Who's ready for a little bit of a scare? A little bit of a mystique. Who's ready for a little bit of detective work? I can't. I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die. I can't. Oh my god. I'm gonna die, actually. Get that music out of here. Oh my god. Y'all. I don't know how. I don't know how I didn't do this sooner. I don't know how I didn't put my own sound bites. I can't believe I didn't do that. Like, way sooner. Oh my god. Well, I'm here. Hello everyone. This may be unexpected. Hold on, I have to turn on the light. This may be unexpected. This game. This situation. This is a different kind of game than I've been playing. Usually. Oh my god, I'm like out of breath from laughing. Thank you. I had a vision for the artwork and I'm glad I went through with it. So, I remember I was saying something. I was saying something about how I wanted to play like a mystery game, right? Because I felt like I didn't quite want to do like a full-on horror game, but I wanted something a little bit in that realm. And then I remembered this game that was on my wish list for a while, and then my friend Lethy bought it for me. So thank you, Lethy. Where's my... I had to move sound effects around for my screams. Thank you for it. Only problem is I forgot to redeem it in time, so that's on me. So I had to get it today. But you know what? The thought was there, and I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry on my own behalf that I'm an idiot, but thank you. Anyway, this game I don't really know much about. I just know that it's like, you have to like, I figured it would be fun with chat. Like, I figured it would be a fun stream game to get in the vibe, the mood for fall. But yeah, I think it's like, it's set, well, this is what I know. It's set in 1998, and there's like a family, oh my god, this song is so much. Here, this is much more moody. It's set in 1998, and like a family dies, and I think you have to like figure out like the family tree or something, and that's literally all I know. Yeah, it's like a detective like mystery, and I've not played many games like this. The last time I did was this bed we made, and then also trying Nancy Drew and failing. So this could be very fun. Stare into the pupil. I know, it's 1998. It's scary. I wasn't even alive then. So terrifying. Like, imagine a world without me in it. Crazy. So sad. So sad for them. So yeah, it's time to be a little detective. It's time for a little bit of detective work. I'm gonna be using those a lot. The screams from last stream were like epic levels of scream. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Wait. Listen. Okay, wait. Let me turn on the music. Listen to the scream soundbite that I've been using in the past, and then listen to, like, no, I won't tell you which one's which, okay? Listen to 2 different screams and see how close they are, okay? Ready? This. I can't believe, like, it's just, I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about this soundbite. Wait, actually, like, you know, stream alerts, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should do something, like, for that. Are we gonna tell the real and recorded You're not. Wow, I can't believe my scream was like so iconic and amazing. It's kind of like everything. Quiet fart with oop alert. Oop. A little oop. But yeah, I'm gonna need y'all's help with this one. I don't know. I think I'm like pretty good with mystery stuff. I've done some of those like unsolved case things that you can buy. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a fake unsolved case. And I'm usually like really good with them. So I would say help as in, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you know what the answers are, don't say it. Like, if you played the game or seen the game before, like, don't tell me. Yeah, it's like Ace Attorney vibe. Like, don't spoil anything. We need something like the gavel. I mean, I think it's more like if I genuinely say, like, wait, what do I do? Help me. What do I do? Help, guys. Help me. What do I do? Tell me what to do. Then you can help me. But if I'm, like, asking questions out loud and you know the answer, you have the spoils all on your your phone a list of all the spoils of the game, and I say something like, is that door blue? And you're like, hey, the plane number that they died on is this, and it's the code to the safe behind the couch, and that's how you win. Like, don't do that. Like, don't do that, you know? Like, hey, see, this is what I mean. Guys, don't say anything about if the Roottrees are dead. Like, we didn't even start the game. I do say, what do I do all the time. And you know what? The truth is, y'all, if you send something in chat that's saying, I'll just ignore it. Like, if I don't want to see it, I'll just, like, read it and then pretend I didn't read it and I'll ignore it. So don't even worry, okay? Yeah, maybe there should be, like, a safe word, like, or, like, a code word for, like, is it that I say, or that is it that all you say when you're gonna backseat? Like, what is that? What does it mean? I know, what do I do is just, like, a way of life, because what do I do? You have a booger? Okay, wait, actually, booger is a good code word. I don't know if I've said that a lot on this channel. Booger? It's kind of an aggressive term. Is it not? Offering the worst advice until real advice is needed. I don't know, sometimes I'll be like, do y'all think I should do this? And then, like, I do want you to answer. Aggressive boogers. It does sound like now I'm gonna say it more because I've realized I don't say it enough. When the boogers are aggressive. Oh my, okay, what if that's my, what if I scream? Then it's like, help me! Ooh. Yeah, should it be like, puckered butts? Puckered butts? Puckered butts, what do I do? If I say, what do I do with them? Like, what do I do? We need to think of this seriously. Chat, help me out. No, that's too easy. That's too easy. That's too straightforward. I've said that before and I don't actually mean it. I'm just kidding, I do. Puckered butt. No. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Puckered a booger. Puckered a booger. What do I do with a butt puckering British accent as a signal? What did I do? That could work. Say the whole alphabet. If I just start saying the alphabet, I think I've done that before. That's hard to do sometimes. Nah, I think we'll be fine. It's like Ace Attorney, like where I was like, "Oh, this is so hard. I'm not gonna know what to do," and then it was fine. Maybe Lux uses meow meow mommy. This is in her chat, right? We're talking about. Hello, acidic. Welcome. Beba Booker. Beba Booker. I feel like I sound like B5-O-Bum. I sound like the giant in that freaking nursery rhyme. Beba Booker. Maybe when you need help, side-eye goose appears on the screen like, guys, some help? What do I do? Side-eye booger. Wait, side-eye booger? Side-eye dog! Goose! Fuck! Side-eye booger! What? I can't just giving you a side eye because it's not supposed to be peeking out. Side eye booger! I'm crying! What is going on lately? What is going on lately? Why are we having so much fun? Why are we having so much fun here? This side of the tracks. This side of town. Side eye book. That's so stupid. Okay, that's it. Great, great. So, okay, let's make sure we know. Side eye booger. Code for help. There we go. So everybody knows if they come in and all of a sudden I'm saying side eye booger, then they know why. They don't walk in to a conversations about butt puckering and question what's going on. Side-eye booger. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Honestly, I might not need help. What if I never need help? Now I feel like I need to ask for help. Because I want to say side-eye booger. Okay. Well, shall we try? Shall we try the game? And hey, I really need everybody to be on board with this detective thing. What do I do? No, you get it once, you get it only once. You only get it at one time. It's not gonna happen again. You're right, I said booger and laughed. I'm a child. Whatever. I'm opening the game. I probably will pull a what do I do in British accent later. Maybe I'll do British accent. Whoa! This game is loud as hell. Hold on. Damn, chill. Damn, turn down. Oh my god, y'all are lucky you can't hear that. Lucky you can't hear it. Holy mackerel. Turn that music down. Ooh! Oh, it's got some nice music. Wait, y'all. You gotta hear this. Hold on. Oh, it's got some nice music. Oh my god. Just wait. Just wait. Ooh! You hear that? Ooh! Oh, yeah! Oh, it's so like, ooh. Like someone's, ooh. What is that, a saxophone? Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh! Yep. Why is there like a white border? Y'all see that? What is that? Is the game too small for the screen? That's so weird. What is going on? How do I fix this? Okay. Wait, why is it like a weird border? That's so strange. You don't see a border? A white? You don't see the white? Ooh. Wait, let me do something. Let me do something crazy. Hold on. The duck is being a little crazy. You see the white at the top. Yeah. What the heck, bro? What's going on? Is it from this? Ooh! What am I clicking? I'm like clicking so many things. Let me... I'm loving this music. Let me just lock a bunch of stuff on here. So not even it moves. Ooh. Okay, see the white at the bottom. This is so weird. Why is the game like this? Okay. I think that's good. Fixed? Good? Nothing? I think we're good. Yeah. Perfect. Ooh. How's the volume? Mm-hmm. Bring it back in. Bring back the sax. I want to hear it. Yup. That's what I needed. You knew what I needed. And it came through. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Alright here, folks. let's get... What was that? What just came out of my mouth? I don't know what just happened. That's what... Wow! Let's go! There's only one time in your life when being a private detective really means something. And that moment for me is right now. I can't tell if I'm Southern or if I'm from the 50s. I can't tell which one it is. The Butler County Times. $1.50 for the late edition. The only thing I can get for $1.50 these days is a good time. Because a good time with me is free. Yup. I'm Southern and I'm from the 50s. And I change my accent every time I want to. The Butler County Times. Sunday, December 6, 1998. Now, whose birthday was that? Doesn't matter, because it was somebody's death day. Butler, Pennsylvania. Butler? Butler, Puckard, Pennsylvania? The Roottrees Are Dead. My oh my. Read all about it. What happened? The plane crashed last night near Pittsburgh. The only passengers were Carl Roottrees, his wife, Brenda, and their 3 daughters, known as the Roottrees sisters. Who knew all of them? Why are they famous? Carl Roottrees was the president of the Roottrees Candy Company. Oh, that's why. Classic. It's like Dylan's candy bars. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves the Roottrees Candy Company. I wonder if they sold peppermint bark. Because they're root trees. Get it? Let's hope. Let's hope they did. Doesn't matter now because they're all dead. Whatever money they made from that peppermint bark, it's going right to my pockets as the detective on the case. It's not clear who will succeed him. So far, local police are not sure what caused the crash. They're calling it one of the most deadly plane crashes in Pennsylvania's history. All passengers and crew perished. Wow. If only they just, were better at being alive. But that's unprofessional for me to say. Pittsburgh is generally known for pleasant flying conditions, and the weather was not atypical for this time of year. We do not know we do not know much at this time, but our sources tell us that local authorities do not suspect terrorism. The crash did not cause any local property damage, and fortunately, nobody outside the plane was hurt. Except for me, the detective on the case. Because whenever I get a job, I hate it. Having a job means having injustice in the world. You know it's bad when the job that you crave is the one that creates chaos. Creates pain and suffering for all around. That's the kind of job I have. The kind of job I wanted. Because as a child, I hated myself. And I wanted to suffer. And maybe... maybe... I can make the world a better place. Funeral plans have not been announced, but you can be sure that the Butler County Times will cover it to the best of our abilities. A spokesperson for the company has asked that people respect the faculties, families. I can't read the last word. The little light on my desk doesn't reach far enough, and I'm too lazy to move the paper over. So, this is what it'll have to be. The only other job that likes pain more than mine, journalists. Journalists. People that write about the happenings, the horrible happenings in this world. They write about it and they love writing about it. Because then they get paid. It's a different kind of job than mine. Different kind. But is it really? One thing I know for sure. The Roottrees. Roottrees? I forgot their name already. I forgot their name. One thing for sure. I keep saying Roottrees in my head. I don't know why I'm saying Roottrees. Why do I keep saying Roottrees? One thing's for certain. The Roottrees. Like they're mattresses. Roottrees is what trees actually sleep on. A tree goes into a mattress store. What kind of mattress are you looking for? A Roottrees. Roottrees. Sorry, we don't sell those here, sir. Honestly, we don't sell any mattresses here. This is just a front. For Roottree Candy Company. Sorry. But if you want some candy, slide me $100 bill. Maybe I can get you some of that peppermint bark. What is happening? I haven't even started playing the game. One thing I know for certain is the Rootrees are not alive. Or are they? Let's find out. The Roottrees are dead. The mystery begins here. Slot 1, unused. Oh my god, this is like my stream loading screen. No way, we have so much in common, Roottrees. Can you adopt me? I mean, maybe don't, because I don't want to die. If your whole family has like a death curse. Oh. December 6, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh
is
now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash.
They would never do that to the Roottrees.
On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottree and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers.
Modeling?
There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Oh, and then the music comes in. Well. Oh my god. Ew.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottree Company's lawyers are scrambling.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say ew when you knocked on the door. I was just expecting my, my Roottree Candy Company box of candies that I ordered last week. I hope that order still comes through, even though they're dead. It's one of my favorite places to shop. Why are you standing in the dark, by the way? It doesn't matter. What can I do to help you?
Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Oh, so am I helping the lawyers out here? I hope that they pay me for this because I need money to put my electricity on. I clearly can't buy a new light bulb for out there. So they're just standing at me. Why am I also all the way in the corner? I'm just standing there. I just said, come in. And then let them open the door for themselves.
I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees.
Yeah.
A genealogy genie, as it were.
I mean, some would call me a detective. But you can call me a genealogy genie if you want. Honestly, certain nights, after certain drinks, you can call me anything you want, darling. I'm pretending to smoke a cigarette right now.
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Job of a lifetime, you say? The only job of a lifetime that I've got is the one that makes me solve other people's end of lifetimes. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Alright, give me a little test. Complete the family tree of the Roottrees sisters. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Examine evidence. My to-do list. Examine my evidence. Search the internet for clues. Fill in the names. I can't read the rest. I'm a sleuth. Fill in the names. Fill in the occupations. Fill in the photos. There's... Oldest sibling was married. Now, these 3 siblings had a clothing line. Now, what do clothes have in common? With death? Well, let me tell you. I'll tell you real quick is what I'll tell you. Well, clothes have common with death. Wear and tear. It happens it happens to clothes, and it happens to life. The difference is, once your life is torn, there's no getting it back. Once your jeans are torn, bring it to a nice tailor. Maybe they'll sew it up for you for a nice hefty... a nice hefty amount of bills. You can't buy back your life. But you can hire people like me to sort it out. Which is what I'm about to do. Now what the heck do I do here? My board? My clues. God milk picture. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters' God milk ad. None of these sisters have a line of milk over their lip. Someone wasn't doing their job right, if you ask me. I can't do this. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustache. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I should have kept reading the sentence. If I just kept reading the sentence, I would have made a conclusion that is obvious. It's like this person knows my thoughts. Maybe they should be the detective. After all. I'm trying down a test photo from before. They painted the fake mustaches on which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. Right, if you gave a detective a picture of people who have died with got milk fake mustaches on them, it would be a little bit strange. Imagine the only evidence after you died is a photo of you with a fake mustache. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense why you would choose this photo, for sure. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading. Or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a root tree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it. I beg to differ. There are many chocolates without milk from a cow. I would know. But I digress. Okay. This is the photo. Okay, this is great. I'm really enjoying myself, by the way. I think I'm just having way too much fun right now. So, if y'all don't mind. Alright, next. List of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. This just happens to me. Mysterious people show up at my door and I open it. That's the life of a detective for you. You'll need it to fill in the family tree. Women. Question marks. Eloise. Anderson, Gwyneth. Bean, Deborah. Carlson, Laura. Cattrall, Stephanie. Christensen, Patricia. Coswell, Sarah. Franks, Danielle. Garcia, Louisa. Hudson, Bonnie. Jacobson. Edith. Jones, Patricia. Kellogg, Bethany. They know the Kellogg's? Unbelievable. These rich people. La Roche. La Rue. Jane. La Rue, Kim. Lennon, Helen. Madsen, Gwyneth. Morden. Quarith. April. Rafferty, La Rue. Rafferty. La Rue. Rootree, Candy. Rootree, Carly. Rootree, Gwendolyn. Rootree, okay, Gwyn. By this alone, oh my god, there's a lot more. Rootree, Christina. Rootree, Lauren. Rootree, Margolite. Rootree, November. Rootree, Raina. Rootree, Riley. Rootree, Samantha. Rootree, Tessa. Tessa Green. Penelope. Tessa Green? Tessa? I think I'm on something I'm probably not. Tessa maybe married someone named Green, perhaps? And they made their last name Tessa Green? No, probably not. What I was gonna say was, I would surely hope that the Roottrees that own a candy company wouldn't name one child of the three Candy, and then the other ones, like, Gwen. Like, imagine having a candy company and saying, oh, my firstborn, your name's Candy. Secondborn, November. Most random month. I don't know. Interesting. Then the men. Jones, Kellogg, Landon, Madsen, Rafferty, Rootree, so many Eliases, see? Junior, C, M. Like, how come they've got the same names? Miracle. I don't know. It really depends. There's a lot of dependence here. What else do we got? The computer. Perfect. 1998. Welcome. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. Your PC is equipped with a 56K modem, fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer, or burn a music CD to listen to later. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Happy surfing. Perfect. I know exactly what I'm going to look up. I'll look it up eventually. I'll look it up soon. Don't worry. When it's gonna load, don't worry. I'll look it up. Spider search. Oh. Great. Perfect. Damn it! Okay, well, I suppose I could look up something useful. Like, dang it! What is my history? What is my internet history? I don't have any. Great. What if we just try Roottrees? The first few pages are filled with news results about the plane crash. Besides that, there are countless advertisements and conversations about the various products made by the Roottrees Candy Company. Most articles mention Carl Roottrees, who was the president of the Roottrees Candy Company. His daughters are also eulogized. This is loud music. Calm that down. Can't hear myself. Collectively referred to as the Roottrees sisters, they've been famous from a very early age. Reminds me. Well, maybe. I thought maybe they'd have a connection. They would, like, know each other somehow. It's like another group of 3 sisters. Okay. I don't know how to spell their name. Carl Roottrees died in the recent plane crash along with his wife Brenda Roottrees. Okay, so the wife is not Candy. Their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was the president of the Roottrees Company as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. According to news sites, the Roottrees Candy Company plans to put out a press release sometime within the hour to address the absence of Carl, the crash, and questions they have been receiving. Once you finish placing the Roottrees sisters on the family tree, it would be wise to repeat this search. Who's talking to me? On my Google, on my spider search. How do they know who I am? Okay, wait. Oh, I can highlight stuff. That was so scary. Okay, let's highlight Brenda. Oh, okay. Let's highlight Brenda. Let's highlight Root. I love highlighting. Wait, I love highlighting things. And I want to look up what if we just look up the Roottrees sisters? Like, there are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. You also come across an unofficial Roottrees fan site. Tumblr? Seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes. Webmaster! The young webmaster? Wait, that needs to be my code name. I'm saving that for later. That one's for me. This one should be on a separate document, not about the mystery of the deaths and whatever. That one's just a personal note for me to refer to myself as the young webmaster, of course. Why don't we call it Spider? Well, it should be called Spider because we're going on the web, on the interweb. Why don't we call it, oh, I'm doing my spider work? Like, what? That sounds so much cooler. Why did we not do this in our lives? I don't know. But I think that's something we need to think about. Raina is the most famous because she's oldest. Well, there we go. Raina's the oldest. Got married to TMS. There you go. Well, that was silly. I should have just highlighted the whole sentence. It's fine. There we go. Riley is the smart one, which means she's the youngest. Because we all know that the youngest siblings are the smartest. Yes, I am the youngest sibling. Why do you ask? Of course. You might think they're rich because they're models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom Brenda is a fashion designer. Nepo babies. They do the modeling for her brand Root. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps, and try to dress in plaid Root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday, I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant to you. Rude. None of it's relevant. All right, there we go. We got it. Done. Raina's oldest. Riley's youngest. Huh? Click on faces in the evidence tab. Oh, wait, but I don't know who's who in the photo. Wait, who wears plaid? Who wears plaid? Okay. No ears pierced. Rose has her ears pierced. Plaid is what Riley wears. Okay. Riley's in the middle. She's the youngest. Riley, middle, youngest. Riley, middle, youngest. Riley, right there. Youngest. This is Riley. Wait, guys, I'm kind of good at this. Where's her name? Here. Unknown occupation? Isn't she just a model? Aren't they all models? Perfect. Then we've got nose piercing. Who's got a nose piercing? Oh, not nose. Just piercing. Perfect. Ears pierced like Rose. And Rose is the middle child. Rose. Okay, great. You hate me. You hate me. Whatever. I'm better at searching anyway. I'm a detective. It's what I do. Now let's find Rose. Is Rose not on here? Gorsh? Am I dumb? Why isn't Rose on here? It's Rose with an H? There's nobody on... Huh? Okay, well, we'll do the other sibling first. Whatever. It's no big deal. Raina. Raina is the last sibling. That's you. Wait, this is weird. What is the list for? Model, married to TMS. Okay. I don't know. It would be S is the last name. Thomas, I guess? Now, what in the heck is this? Looks like we've got another mystery to solve. Rose Roottrees. Rose Roottrees is not as popular as her older sister Raina. Horrible thing to read. Imagine looking up your name online and it says, you're not as popular as as your sister. But still, very well known. Most of the time, they're lumped together as the Roottrees sisters. Unfortunately, the results for Rose by herself don't lead to anything different than when searching for the sisters together. Can't find what you're looking for. If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. A good research tip is to make note of any brand names, books, product lines, or magazines that you don't recognize and search for them. These searches will sometimes help directly. Even when they don't, you'll usually get additional context. Okay, well, let's try the brand, Root. Honestly, the middle child, literally, the middle child is absolutely... This is that. This is the vibe for middle children, just not being loved as much. Root, the period is part of the name. It's a clothing company. They make clothes for children from toddlers to teenagers. Although their website is down, likely due to increased web traffic, everyone's wondering where their products are going to be, even though the people are dead. They're like, where are my pants, though? Like, where are my pants? You find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards the target audience. One of them has this to say: you spied the Roottrees sisters looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Raina appeared on almost all of them. Okay, let's... There's only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item enough to mention. It seems that Brenda Roottrees, the Roottrees sisters' mother and Root's head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. The site says this was the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottrees. Did some of these sisters, like, switch, like, lives? Instead of Rose, her name's Carly? Oh, wait, this is the one we're missing. Wait, why was she... Hold on. Oh, okay, well, I finished it. Why did she change her name? And why did she only have one cover with one kid? That's kind of weird. Booyah! That's what my detective says. Booyah! Booyah, actually. Oh. Who's here? Oh god, this
Sorry
freak.
to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times.
Absolutely.
Safe to say, you're hired.
I wasn't hired already? You didn't pay me for all that work I just did? Well, shit. I should have given you a contract.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the catch.
What is it? I'm ready.
The root trees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. You know what? You know who else goes way, way back? You and me, if you give me a chance.
The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives.
Okay, alright.
Anyone related only by marriage is optional. But filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
Indeed.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites.
Oh.
Plus a list of notable root trees.
Unique websites? I don't like how she said that. I don't know what we're about to see.
Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful.
Please do.
I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
6 more. Okay. Let's do it. I'm kind of liking this. How do you go? Oh my god. Girl.
Sorry, one last thing. This might
Hello?
sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Rootrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here.
Oh.
Thank you, and good luck.
Who are you? Who is that? Oh my god, look at all this. I thought it was so easy. Oh my god, look at all these people. One last thing. Can I use your bathroom? Stop. One last thing. Here is the picture of them with the fake mustaches, just in case you wanted it. Wow. Okay, so we've got a lot of work to do. So we know, this is Brenda, right? Brenda White. The husband is Carl. Carl Roottrees. I don't know what this would be considered, like CEO or something, I guess. Picture. We need a picture. Well, I think, can I use your bedroom? What are you gonna use that for? What is this? Okay. Or president. Oh, true. He's the president of the United States. President, 5th, 1st. Oh, so he is one of the presidents. Let's just guess that he's the... Well, he's the 5th. He's gotta be, because he's the last one and no one knows who's gonna succeed him, right? Okay, let's see what other evidence we've got. This photo that I drew. Is this what did I draw this? Did I draw this of the news alert? Is this my journal? The story so far. If I wasn't a detective, I would have been an artist. But I chose this line of work. No. This line of work chose me. The Roottrees and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This included a list of notable Roottrees who they said would be the easiest family members to place. They said they would return in time. In the time it took to fill out more relatives. Okay, notable Roottrees. The Roottree sisters, Carl Roottree, Elias and Gwyneth Roottree, Gwyn Roottree, Red Roottree, Jim Roottree, Lauren Roottree, and Miracle Jr. Easy to find online. What does that mean? 35? Intuition? Huh? You've been working this line of work a long time. So long, in fact, you've developed a sixth sense of how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful, but it's best to take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list. And blah, blah, blah. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence is too good to be true, take a look at the picture or something. I don't know. Okay, sure. I'm not reading all that. Okay, let's start with Carl. How about? Let's start with Carl Roottree. Let's try to figure that out. What else we got, though? Roottree 5 pieces. Strawberry, power plum, cool chocolate, bad blue, raspberry, awesome apple. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. This is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids. From the magazine Teen Blast. Let's go ahead and highlight that. Teen Blast. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because they were originally 5 children. The ad mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Well, back to the internet I go. Teen Blast. Well, Teen Blast is a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Their website has a news section that offers condolences for the loss of the Roottree sisters. Their fashion line was often covered by our magazine, and Raina Roottree first appeared on the cover on her 16th birthday. Oh, I can keep my notes organized by adding a page? Maybe I could do like... Oh, damn, look at this. Drag and drop notes to order them. Can I like... Oh. What if we separate it by people? So like, we do 1 page for Raina. What's the order of them again? Raina's the first. Carly's the second. So this should be for Carly. Who is also Rose. Wait, guys, I'm kind of going crazy. This is like really organized. Raina. Riley is the last. Raina. I'm cooking. Riley. Rose. Riley. Okay. Now let's do 1 for Brenda. 1 for whatever his name is. Or I could just do 1 for the parents. Let's just do 1 for Brenda. Yeah, we're doing this. Like, this is real. Okay. These will just be random. So we know. Okay. This is... Okay, what happened to Raina's page? Am I crazy? Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. Yup. Let's go. This is good. This is good. I'm really enjoying this. Look at this. I can change the titles. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. I'm really excited. Oh my god. I'm having a really good time. I'm really enjoying this. Oh my god. Yeah, if I couldn't rename them, I would have been a little annoyed, but this is going to be Carl. Oh my god, look at this. This will just be like companies slash magazines. Oh man, like this is nice. Ooh, I'm done. Wow, okay. We gotta go figure out Carl's story. Right now, we've got that he is a dad. Maybe we should look up Thomas. Nah, that doesn't matter. What is this? Unless I look up... Maybe Thomas Sheridan I look up and maybe there'll be a picture of them together? But first... What happened? What is this? Hints? Notebook. Home. Okay. Let's look up Carl Roottrees... President? Nah. I've looked him up before. Oh my god, wait, this is new! Wait, this is new! Carl Roottrees died in the recent plane crash along with his wife Brenda Roottrees and their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was a president of Roottrees Candy Company as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. There's a short press release that they released today. It is with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, and the Roottrees sisters. Did I read this already? And the other employers that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottrees family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, I'm definitely applying for that job. In the interim, we hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Yeah, so we're gonna look that up. Watchman of the Year. Aha! I've got it! Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. Indeed it is, isn't it? Isn't it? They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another, and will often write about major changes in the management at famous companies. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call this Watchman of the Year. You find, through a few searches, that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchmen of the Year. Elias Roottrees and Carl Roottrees. So, Elias is the great-grandfather. Yeah. Business does not host any online archives on this site. You can find via spider search, though. You may be able to find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. What the heck does that mean? What does that mean? Business Watch. What if I do... I don't know if I need all that. Okay, let's do Elias Roottrees. Oh, I got a picture! I got a picture! Elias Roottrees. Oh, there's a periodicals app. Oh, Elias Roottrees was the founder and first president. Okay, there we go. We've got it. We've got him. Elias. Perfect. Dun da da. Elias. This is pretty chill. I don't know. I'm kind of like amazing at this, I think. You find what is essentially a propaganda site about him, created by the Roottrees Candy Company. They've got a propaganda site? At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. His wife, Gwyneth. Okay, so we know the wife. There's also a biography section that has some additional information. Elias is credited for inventing 5 Pieces, a popular maple candy. Before that, the farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. After 5 Pieces became wildly successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He's quoted on the site by saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup." I think it's actually blood is thicker than water. Wait, is it blood? Wait, is it blood? Is that the same? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, right. Yeah. And that. Any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy. He sounds kind of like a little bit of a freak. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. Oh, are we gonna find out that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy? Are we gonna find out that like someone's an illegitimate child? There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they're biased is a massive understatement. Below that, this is a messed up family. There's a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out. Like his great-grandson, Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. We knew that. Okay, let's fill out some stuff before we look up this book. Here we go. Look at them. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the Roottrees Candy Company. But before it was a success. See, they're not happy. They're not happy because they're not making all the money yet. They're just talking about blood and syrup. They're probably murdering people and burying them under those trees. They're probably doing some rituals to try to make sure their candy company succeeds. You know it. And they're not happy because it's not working. But it will work. Eventually. From what you found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottrees list. Alright, let's go bring him over. He's his great-grandson. So, these are Carl's parents. These are grandparents. And then great-grandparents would be over here. Oh, well, it was already given to us, so great. I was really excited about that, so. But it's already here. That's okay. Elias Jr., Elias C., or Elias M? Crap. It's just Elias. First president. Perfect. And then we've got Gwyneth. Look at them, these old people from the old days. Gwendolyn, or is it Gwyneth? She didn't change her name? Gwyneth Anderson? Gwyneth, oh well, poo on my shoes. She was a farmer. We gotta look her up. Gwyneth, and then we've gotta look up the book. You know what? Let's look up this. Family Man, the Roottrees. Let's look up the book first, and then... Dang it. Bess William, maybe? Williams. God, she's not one Williams. She's many. Okay. She's born in the 1800s. She lived outside of Miami and died tragically young in a major hurricane that struck the area. Information about her or her book Family Man seems to have faded over time due to lack of interest. What? Family Man, the Roottrees Legacy was a very poorly received book. It's impossible to find a copy of the book these days. Wait, you think it would be in the public library? I didn't even see these other apps. Bess Williams Family Man? Is that what it's called? Hardcover. An old book about Elias Roottrees. There's no downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find. Damn. The public library let me down. Periodical. Let's look up Business Watch and let's look up, Elias? Oh! Elias Roottrees was awarded Watchman of the Year in 1936 for his accomplishment. Wait, what do I have now? Oh, look at this picture of this fine gentleman. That's probably a freak. Elias Roottrees was voted. Inside the article, in 1908, he formed the company after marrying his wife. He had a daughter, the first of 5 children. Let's just take his photo. He's the freaking Riddler. He does look like the Riddler. Okay, there were 5 flavors. They were rolled out in New England. Why do I care about the recipes? This is interesting. I feel like I'm like Willy Wonka trying to get the recipes from another person. Like I'm just stealing recipes from someone else. The Roottrees Company purchases every available maple farm in Pennsylvania. With the help of his son, Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm. Elias Jr., you say? Elias Jr., indeed. Yes, sir. Okay. There's also What's Next section that claims Elias is going to pivot to ensuring his company's legacy and that of the Roottrees Company remains a family business. He plans to do this with the Clanced Trust? The huh and the what now? The Clanced Trust? What does that mean? Okay. Let's add another picture. Or just this one? I don't know. It's important info I skipped over. Okay, so they got married and had kids. How do I tell which one's which? Like, which one's Elias Jr.? It said he was the first to his, his son. It doesn't say which son. Elias Roottrees Jr. Okay. Elias Roottrees Jr.'s name is listed on a website about historical buildings in Butler County. He is listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved called Hunched-Top House. Cool. You attempt to find more information about the man, but nothing come up. Right, he had a daughter. That's right. Hunched-Top House? Butler County, maybe? Butler County is located... Guys, I think I might be really good at searching stuff. I have to lock him in? How do I lock him in? Oh, I need 3 more before they'll lock in. I still don't... I have to look up her name. The first kid is... I know there's no point in this. Maybe it's under... Maybe it's Candy. Because, like, the first kid would be named Candy, right? I'm just guessing. I need to chill. I need to take... Oh, unknown female. I didn't see that. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Butler County is located outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. While the Roottrees Candy Company now has its headquarters in the city, the company began on a small farm within Butler County limits, and the area has a lot of history with the family. The Butler County Times is presumably a local paper there. There are likely articles from over the years revolving the Roottrees family and those adjacent to them. Adjacent to them. I'm surprised the reading hasn't been harder so far. It's been automatically added to your periodical search interface. As a side note, a video game called The Roottrees Are Dead? Oh. Was once set... That was like, they created a video game so fast after they died. But, I guess... This is a little joke in here. I'm like, what? Butler County Times. Let's look up, what was I looking at this for? Oh, right. The Hutch. Or... What was the name? Hunch Top. Hutch. Hunch Top House. A small feature details a building that Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm worked on. It also mentioned that Elias Jr. was Elias's oldest son. Hunched-top house seems unrelated to the Roottrees. Okay, eldest son, but we don't know when he had that son. So, we'll have to figure that out. Let's look up, Gwyneth. Gwyneth, okay. Gwyneth, how do I spell your name? Gwyneth. What is your name again? Gwyneth. Roottrees. I spelt it wrong. Gwyneth? There we go. Yo, why am I finding the family tree? Do they not have any... Oh my god, this song is so loud. It's so loud. Do they literally not have... Gwyneth? Do they not have any information at their house? Like, why am I doing all this work? I don't know, but I'm enjoying it, so I can't even be mad. You find some information on a website for the first Anderson Maple Farm. Anderson, there it is. That's Gwyneth. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Roottrees was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers. As the oldest sister, she was able to inherit Anderson Maple Farm so long as she is married. So let's add this. I don't know if Gwyneth is going to be in it that much, so I might just leave it like Elias and Gwyneth together. Just because I don't want this to get too, like, full. Gwyneth. I can't spell Gwyneth for the life of me. Good thing I don't know Miss Paltrow. Before Elias took over, the farm only produced syrup. It was supposedly Elias's idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors. This led to 5 pieces. Though the Roottrees Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm, it has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off many of the turn-of-the-century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife. Gwyneth is kind of a baddie. She's kind of a baddie. Gwyneth Gwyneth Anderson, farmer, housewife? But she's like she's a farmer though. Right? I mean, it says housewife on the internet, but like, to me, in my heart, she's a farmer. Can't you be both? Farmer and a housewife? Whatever. Guess it doesn't matter. How the heck am I gonna find the kids? Let me just look up their names. Candy Roottrees, nothing. Cause, well, Elias Jr., the only thing about him was the architecture. Eldest daughter. I could try the periodicals. Hunched-top house. It says his architecture's firm. Let me just try this. Junior. Nothing. Okay, what about... Wasn't there, yeah, it says he's the oldest son, but we don't know if there were any more kids. I could look up more about Carl. Okay, he was voted Watchman of the Year. Cover and article has been added to my evidence. There we go. Oh, look at him. Wait, he's kind of fine. Carl Roottrees was voted Watchman of the Year, and a photo of him appears on the cover. According to the cover, Business Watch is the magazine for and about corporate leaders. Carl was chosen not for his work on Roottrees candy, but rather his work on clothing company Root. That's so interesting. I wonder if that was, like, an issue. Because, like, his papa, his great-grandfather, like, wanted everything to be about the candy, and then they started getting about the clothing company. What if the family died because the great-grandpa Elias haunted the plane? Guys, I'm onto something, okay? The plane was haunted by the ghost of his great-grandfather, who was mad that his great-great-great-grandchildren were modeling clothes and not modeling candy. And they were modeling milk mustaches instead of maple syrup on their upper lip. He was there when the first plane was invented. He orchestrated this with the Wilbur brothers. Orville. What are they called? Wilbur and Orville. The Wright brothers. That's what they're called. The Wilbur brothers. He worked with the Wright brothers. And he made it and told them in future plans for planes, if my family members ever fuck with the candy, the candy empire, you have to crash their plane. That might be, I'm not trying to like look, I know I said I'm like a great detective and everything, and I'm not trying to brag, but I'm pretty sure that's what the game is telling us. I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed right now. Almost positive. Before they were married, Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant. Good to know. When Raina was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Good to know. Looking for a creative outlet, she spent any free time she had with the sewing machine. Raina's new clothes were a hit with other parents, including Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrees, a notable singer who had a daughter the same age as Raina. You don't say. Carl's cousin, huh? Carl's cousin? Huh. You don't say. Jim. Jim, huh? Cousin means kid of another kid of Elias. No, of Elias's children. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Something you think about later. By 1982, Brenda's patterns were being copied by other brands. Seeing the demand, Carl and his second cousin, Ernie Jr., who had just become... Wait a second, everybody. Hold on. We've got to think about this. Because Carl is the president, well, was, rip. Too soon. Literally. Happened today. Yeah, this morning. Carl is the last president. But why did Ernie, who was the president before him, why is he not the president anymore? Did Carl have him killed? Did Carl drop him in a vat of maple syrup and have him drowned in maple syrup? Blood is thicker than syrup. Wait. Blood is thicker than syrup, Carl said. Unless you get on my bad side. In which case, syrup is thicker than blood and I will drown you in it. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. This is serious. Like, this is getting intense. Ernie Jr. is his second cousin. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refused to fund anything other than candy. So Carl personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. Entire inheritance? When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repaid his investment and now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company and they all benefit. See, they were not loyal. They said, you're family, but that doesn't mean I have to be on your side. That doesn't mean that I'm going to support you in whatever ventures you have. If your venture doesn't have anything to do with maple syrup, I don't want it. And then they see that the clothes are getting worn by all the people. They go into the dentist and the freaking nurses aren't wearing dentist outfits and scrubs. They are wearing Roots freaking new pants, linen pants, plaid, and they're like, wait a minute, I have to get on this. I want to be rich. And then they're like, you know what? Remember what I said about loyalty? I take it back. That's insane. That's insane. Per tradition, or perhaps superstition, new clothes always debuted the way the first ones did. Raina became their catalog's cover model. As she grew, the product line expanded to older kids as well. Her younger sisters were then recruited to show off the baby clothes. They were recruited from the young age. You see, like, Nepo Baby and everything, but, like, they were literally put to work as a 5-day-old. Like, they didn't get a break. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year primarily for his personal gamble and the ensuing payoff. Okay. Well, we got a picture of Carl here. That's true. There he is. Oh! I did it! These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. I've also locked the following optional entry, Brenda White. I'm really good at this, I guess. 5th president. Okay. Now, I can add the extra picture. Love the booyah. What is the booyah? But now what do I do? They're locked. I need to look up more on Raina. I need to get another picture of her. Carl Roottrees. What if I look up Brenda White? Would it be on this website? Let's look up Brenda. You stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress. Oh my god, is this the one, the white and yellow? Gold and white? It's a Brenda White original. Is Brenda White related to Betty White? The auction describes it as a vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottrees and started designing clothes for Root. The white and gold dress itself doesn't seem relevant to your search. I beg to differ. I'd love to see it. Where's the picture? I want to see the picture of Brenda White. Dang it. It's not related to the search, I guess. Gwyn Roottrees. Oh, that must be the first daughter. Gwyn. Gwyn Roottrees. Wait, what if I look up Brenda White original? Maybe? Wait, why do I know like all of these songs that are playing in the background? Are these all Kevin McElroy songs? I love it. But it's like so funny because I'm like, wait, I use these so much. Hold on. Wait, what if I look up like the baby clothes? Like Roottrees baby. Root baby clothes. Dang it. Okay. I'm laughing at the music. Okay. We need to look up Gwyn. Gwyn Roottrees. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? I'm kind of locked in. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Oh, an actress in the 1950s. Wow. She's an actress in the 1950s. If she's an actress in the 1950s, what does an actress in the 1950s do? 1950s, like, well, my, oh my. I'm an actress. How does it, what is the, like, because, you know, the Atlantic accent, it's like, the Atlantic is like Jimmy Stewart, like, well, what are you doing here? What do you know? How do the women speak? I don't remember. Well, I'm going southern. I can't figure it out. I can only do the man, like the man. Well, how do you know what you're doing when you do it? How do you know when your clothing company doesn't have molasses in the seams? How do you know if it's gonna do well? How do you know if it's gonna do well? I just go southern. I don't know how to do it. Marilyn Monroe. Monroe. Puckered, not puckered. You find, whatever, we'll just go with the old one. You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized. Oh, that reminds me of something else I want to search. The site is not very well organized, and the search is broken, but you can get into individual pages from your search engine. Gwyn Roottrees is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Oh, Gwyn, you are just so interesting already. I love you, Gwyn. Where are we going? Where's her thing? Okay, here. Are you, hey guys, seriously though, like, are you proud of me? Like, I feel like I'm doing really well. Like, I feel like I'm doing so, like, look at this organization I've got going on. I'm, like, locked in. I'm putting the work in. I just feel like we need to really appreciate that for a second. And, like, I haven't needed to say, what was it? Puckered booger or whatever? what was the keyword? It was side-eye booger. Side-eye. I haven't needed to say it. I didn't even have to know it. Well, just saying we all had to really think about how great I was being. Yeah. Ow! I feel good. Her biggest role was in the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. I want to thank you for the donation, Gigi. You know what? Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you very much. Hey, okay, who said that? Who said that about me? So I'm excited about highlighting pages. That makes me a loser all of a sudden? Whatever. Guys Like Us. And she had a flop. the Christmas Mission, oh my god, I saw that one and I was like, give me back my money, you know? I was like, give me back my money. They made up for the horrible plot when Gwen's character, all the things I'm thinking of are like really, really bad to say out loud. Like, my favorite part of Christmas Mission was when they I can't say any of the things that are coming to mind. My favorite part was like that moment where like the camera was like on her face and like Santa Claus had just left and she was like, it was like her acting, it was really sad because her acting was like great, like, but and like her facial expressions were amazing, but it just like the plot just didn't make sense. Like, why did they incorporate I don't know why they like had Jimmy Stewart in it if they were just gonna have Santa Claus kill him like in the first 10 minutes. Sorry to spoil, but like, yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that. Didn't really understand the point, and they advertised it so strangely, you know, like it was just like the poster was just like very weird. But yeah, like I don't know. It wasn't great. Guys Like Us though was fantastic. You know what? Because the saying in that movie was one of the best things ever. It was like, y'all know the saying. Y'all know the saying. Come on. So it was like guys like us, right? It was like girls like us, guys like us. Like girls, because the girls in the movie really loved buses and riding buses, and then like they liked the bus ride more than the guys on the bus, but the guys like the girls because everyone likes girls. So like that was the saying. Y'all remember that? Like it was like classic. Like everyone, you would say like girls like you would say in the you would say in the streets, girls like bus, and then someone across the street would say guys like us. And also, if you really love the movie, you caught the fact that the main character was in love. Like, see, Gwen's character was not only in love with the bus, but she secretly liked the guy named Gus. So it was like guys like us, but she was like, I like Gus. So it was like girls like bus, guys like us, and then she was like, I like Gus, and she was like really sad because she's supposed to like buses like everybody else does, but she liked Gus, and Gus liked us, like Gus liked all the girls, but Gus didn't see her because she was pretending to be really into the buses. So like that was a really dynamic character for Gwen. It makes sense that like it was just like such a good character for somebody to play, and like to go from that to like a couple movies in between, you know, the one about like the thieving from orphans, and like that one was like pretty good. Like that one people slept on, but like I really thought, like especially the part where she stole from like little Timmy, like everybody hated little Timmy. Like he burned down a house in that movie, and like everyone was like, oh, but he's an orphan, and she was like, no, I'm gonna steal everything he has. Anyway, like that movie was really good. Not many people talk about that, but that was really good. But then she goes from Guys Like Us to Christmas Mission, and like you think it would be great because she's cast with like this Hollywood icon Jimmy Stewart, and he dies in the first 10 minutes. Like he dies in the first 10 minutes, and then she falls in love with Santa Claus, and it's like, you literally had Jimmy Stewart. Like, how could she go from Guys Like Gus, I Like Gus, where she was like the romance lead of this beautiful story, like better than Casablanca. Like nobody cares about that movie because Guys Like Us was right there, and like it was so beautiful. And then like she's a great actress in Christmas Mission, but like even with that, like, you cannot believe that she would fall for Santa. And the worst part is he's not even Santa Claus. He ends up, it's like a really weird, like, version of Miracle on 34th Street, where, like, you're not sure if he's actually Santa or not. But this one, you actually know he's not Santa. Like, you know that he's a fake Santa. Because at the end, like, she walks and then she sees the actual Santa and she's like, oh my god, I fell for a fake fraud. And I also covered up the murder of Jimmy Stewart because I fell in love with this fake Santa guy. So he was just a random, like, 90-year-old man who was lying about being Santa. And she is Gwen freaking Roottrees. And she was like, oh my god. Don't even, like, get me started. Like, I just, like, really didn't like that movie. So, I mean, it makes sense why she left after that. She was probably so embarrassed about it all. Babe Ressa, member for 7 months. Should have added a spoiler warning. Guys Like Us was on your watch list. I'm so sorry. Like, genuinely, I'm really sorry. But also, this movie is, like, at least 90 years old. So it's kind of your fault that you haven't seen it yet. It's kind of your fault. Like, I really think that's some, and also, like, if you're saying you have a watch list and you're a movie fan and you haven't seen Gwen Roottrees' like, full filmography, like, I really just don't know what you're doing with your life. Like, I don't know. That's on you. That's really on you as a person. That's a character flaw of yours. The 1950s wasn't 90 years ago. How do you know? 70 years ago? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, also it's 1998 in the game. So, like, right. So it's 1998. Anyway, I was there. I was there. I was there back then. I was sitting in the theater watching Gwen Roottrees with my grandfather. And the scene in Christmas Mission when Jimmy Stewart dies and she gets away with it and gets away with marrying a fake Santa Claus, only to realize he's fake and then feeling like the victim all over again. That movie is the reason why I became a detective. Because I thought if Jimmy Stewart can die and have no justice done for him, that's not a world I want to live in. Of course, it's not a world I want to live in anyway because I'm not married to Gwen Roottrees. And yet, I still feel for her. Because that movie was god-awful. And it made me realize that at 10 years old, that I wanted to justify the world. I realized how awful the world was. That was also how I found out that Santa Claus doesn't exist. At least, not in the way that we thought he would. I was jealous of Santa Claus, it's true. Because he got to have that intimate scene with Gwen Roottrees. By intimate, I mean they touched shoulders briefly because this was the 1950s. And the most risky thing that they showed on screen was in, like, 1960-something. When Psycho came out and they showed they had a toilet flushing. And it started with 2 people without some clothes on. That was a very big deal. So it wasn't they didn't try to do anything crazy in Christmas Mission except for kill Jimmy Stewart's character. Who also, believe it or not, was playing himself in the movie. Jimmy Stewart was Jimmy Stewart in the movie and was killed by Santa Claus. Doesn't matter. What matters now is finding the truth of this family tree and what happened to these folks. This widely curated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to see my Gwen again. My first celebrity crush. Did you know, trivia, Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees, the founder of Roottrees Candy. She should have been named Roottrees. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare in those days. Gwyn was the granddaughter. Okay. Maybe we should look up Guys Like Us. My favorite movie. You think they have it? You think they have it? Is it only books? Dang it. Dang. Okay, let's see Gwyn. Gwyn Roottrees. Gwyn. There's a reason why I wanted to change my life because of this woman. We all know why. That's not appropriate. That's definitely not appropriate. It's not appropriate. But this is the 1950s. This was 1960. When I watched this movie. People still did that. This photo is a widely curated photo of Gwyn Roottrees. You have seen it on multiple websites about old films. Gwyn Roottrees is on the notable list in your evidence. She will be marked on the chart with a star. I don't think I'll be able to find her. She's a granddaughter. Wait, so she's one of these. This is her. Because her name is Roottrees. Unless she's one of these. She was divorced. Okay, married. Is there one that says, like, divorced? Split up. Okay, so who was split up? Here. This is her. I'm pretty sure. Gwyneth Madsen. No, Gwyn Roottrees, doy. And she was an actor. And her parent was a woman because she took their name. She's single. That she is. She is single. Indeed. And the parent was also famous. Okay, let's see what we've got. 1950s. She was in tabloids. I could look on the teen website. Let me look up Guys Like Us and Christmas Mission. My favorite movie, Guys Like Us. That's right. You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site's not very well organized. The search is broken, but you can get individual pages from your search engine. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries... so which movie did I watch? Wait. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues. Starring Gwyn Roottrees, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. The title is a play on words, as it can be read that the two women are men similar to other men, or that the men are fond of them. You know what? I think I saw... I think I saw the sequel. I think I saw the sequel movie, Guys Like Us. In which... You know, I forgot to mention the girls, they say... Guys... They say Guys Like Us. They say we like Buzz. And... and the Guys Like Us... But the guys actually ended up liking the... It doesn't matter. I think I might have seen a parody film. I think I might have seen the parody version of the movie. To be honest. Yes, you're right. Guys Like Buzz. Guys Like Us. The musical version, they scrapped the entire plot of the secretaries, the hair, and the posing as businessmen. And they just switched that plot with the buses. So that was the musical version I watched. This is horrible. Okay, so... Sure, let's look up these people, maybe. Or let's look up Christmas Mission. I wonder if this is the movie that I saw this one in theaters, so I know that it must have been the right one. It must have been. Christmas Mission is on a page called Flops. It was a war movie. It was a war movie. What do you mean? I think my grandfather brought me to another movie and said I was seeing Christmas Mission. But it was actually a different movie. I think Jimmy Stewart wasn't even in this one. It was a war movie about World War I, released in 1955, that received poor reviews and lost the studio money. Gwyn Roottrees had a role. Gwyn Roottrees had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote letters from home. Oh, you know what's funny is that I forgot to mention this. I actually did see this movie. This is the movie. It's just that the war plot, World War I plot, was very secondary to the Santa plot. And Gwyn was a soldier's wife, and the soldier was Santa. So she was writing letters from home to the fake Santa who was at war and who had killed Jimmy Stewart. That's why the movie was really bad. That's why the movie was so bad, because it really wasn't about war. The movie was marketed as an incredible true story. But no record of the events happening has ever been found. I mean, the only true thing is that Gwyn's husband that she divorced was the fake Santa Claus, and we will figure out who that is soon. I can't remember his name because he was so awful in the movie. Right. 1955, of course. Okay. So, let's look up Leslie Florence. Maybe Harrison Lane is who she married. Let's see. Harrison Lane was a television actor with a major role in Guys Like Us and other films. His largest role before Guys Like Us was as a villain in the first series Western Frontiers. Due to popularity in Guys Like Us, the studio brought Lane back to play the villain's twin brother, this time as a hero, joining the protagonist. I loved the first season of Western Frontiers. I really enjoyed it. I really did. It was a great show. Western Frontiers has no connection to the Roottrees. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. He married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere. Very nice. Well, we might as well look up Leslie Florence. Maybe she married her brother or something, or maybe had a bit of a love affair with Leslie. Leslie Florence was Gwyn Roottrees' co-star. Not much relevant information, as she does not have any additional credits on the site. She had a serious accident where she was hit by one of the buses in the sequel. In the sequel, Guys Like Bus, in Girls Like Bus, and We Like Bus. She was, in fact, injured. And so she was cut out of the movie. Which is why she's not in any more films. Right, so. Maybe I could search, nothing. Teen Blast? Maybe they've got something about my girl. Gwyn Roottrees. Wow, no teens, like, that's so fake. That's so fake. We know there's so many Tumblr accounts about Marilyn Monroe. Gwyn Roottrees would absolutely have that. Okay, well, her divorce. Can I look up, like, Gwyn Roottrees divorce? Mentions? Mentions of marriage to Wild Bill Williams. That son of a... That absolute harlot of a man. Married Gwyn only to divorce her. Didn't deserve her. Wild Bill Williams. I'll show you a Wild Bill. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave. One of my other favorite, actually one of my least favorite movies. It had yet to be released for home audiences. Fortune Favors the Grave. He's known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party and that she was already aware of his reputation. He grew up in Paris, France, and returned there often. He definitely wasn't some non-notable movies. Not one of my favorite people in the world. Fortune Favors the Grave, though. That one was that one was one of the more notable ones. I did see that one. Just to sit in that theater and hate the man on screen, because he was with the woman that I wanted as a youngin'. Coincidentally enough, this movie is about also includes Jimmy Stewart dying. Fortune favors the grave, you see. The grave of Jimmy Stewart. Anyway, who needs to hear about all that? We're here to solve a mystery. This isn't a movie club. Peaches, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Mean Girls was actually an adaptation of Guys Like Us. It is. It actually is. Jimmy Stewart's dying in every movie. He dies in every movie. He dies in these movies. He wasn't even credited in them because he just died. Non-credited roles. That's why they're not on his IMDb. All right, let's look up Wild Bill Williams. Well, let's see. Well, whoever... It's not even here. Well, it wouldn't... I guess it wouldn't be here? Unless I search up the movie. Fortune Favors the Grave. He was a leading man. Fortune Favors the Grave. Okay, it's the same thing. What if we just... Okay, well... Nothing relevant to my investigation. What about my personal investigation? Wild Bill. Is there anything else? 4 different times to 4 different actresses. Paris, France. I wonder if Jimmy Stewart is relevant to this search. What about James? No. Well, Paris, France. Well, if he's French, there's got to be something in here about this. Is there anything I have that I can use? Bill Williams? Maybe. Nah. Maybe like... Let's try both of them together. Nope. She was an actress, publicized divorce. That makes it seem like there should be more on it. Maybe just divorce? Glenn Roottrees divorce. They divorced before the birth of the second child. What if I just say child? Is she alive? No? I don't know. How old is she? I don't know. Just asking. Oh, children, maybe. Let me try children. Children. Nothing. Let's, maybe I don't have anything here. No books. I mean, we could... We got the picture of her. Her mom was famous, but we don't have any information about that. Unless I say Gwyn Roottrees mother. me when Gwyn Roottrees exists. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Divorce. Decision. Right. Maybe we can go back to Carl. Like something with him. If I go back and figure out who his parent was. Because I know about like some of his cousins and stuff, but I don't know like, let's see what we've got. Second cousin Ernie Jr. Wait, let's look up Ernie Jr. That was a big deal. That he, like, what happened there? Ernie Jr. was a former president. He seemed to directly precede Carl Roottrees. Okay. I don't have a page for Ernie Jr. Am I crazy? This will go here. These are the parents. Should I have this in order of, like, the people? Is that crazy? Like, these are the oldest. These are the grandchildren. These are the children. He preceded him. Elias Jr. would be up here. Jim and Gwen would be... Wait, who the hell is Jim? Oh, the cousin. Right. Oh, a notable singer? Wait, see, there's a lot we can look up. The same age as Raina. And then Gwen would be, like, over here somewhere. Okay, this was for Ernie Jr. Okay, alright. Former president, Carl's mentor. He was successful as president, but not so much as a public figure. He was rarely seen in public and stepped down due to illness. He has passed away. What's that illness? Possibly betrayal? Could it have possibly been called betrayal by Carl, maybe? Or was it a maple-related illness? Was it... Did it have something to do with a little maple, perhaps? Ernie Jr. Let's look it up in Business Watch. You find an article from December 1995. Root, president to take over Roottrees due to heart illness. Yeah, broken heart illness. Stepping down as president of Roottrees at the start of the second quarter in 1996. His second cousin will take over. It's been 13 years since Ernie was forced to step into the role. Oh? Unexpectedly. Back then, not much was known about the man other than his full name. In the years since he has taken on a bit of a reputation as a real-life Wonka. He's known as a bit eccentric and reclusive, opting to be called simply Ernie Jr. and to forego the typical luxuries of the average root tree. But in our estimation, he has been a shrewd businessman with an eye for sweets. I kind of love Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. has led Roottrees to record profits by developing new products, including the even ever-popular Maple Crisps, and by spearheading the formation of Root with his cousin after learning Brenda's, Roottrees' power in the fashion community. Okay. So. I still don't know, like, which kid he is. But I know that he was the fourth president. So just keep that there. I don't think there's a way to know which one he is. He was a recluse, it says. And that's it. So I don't know. Okay, the other thing we were gonna look up was... Is he on the notable list? I think so. Nope. Never mind. Red Roottrees Gwyn... Okay, wait. Why don't I just look this up, silly me? Red Roottrees. I don't know what I should do. Hold on. We gotta think. Maybe I should... Yeah, maybe I should follow the pieces of the list instead of this. Let me go back. Yeah, what is with the candy thing, too? I kind of skimmed that. Are these the 5... Oh, the 5 children. Duh! Okay, named as such because he had 5 kids. And the 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Okay. If Jim's a cousin... Jim Roottrees? Who's Jim? Who's Jim? Oh, there's 2 more clues to be found based on this. Is that what it means? Oh, wait, why don't I look up... 1987... Oh, yeah, I do have a page about Jim. No, it's not Jimmy Stewart. It's just Jim. Cousin Jim Roottrees, a notable singer. Oh, yeah, let's look up Jim Roottrees because he's a singer. Sorry, Ernie Jr. This is more important. Jim Roottrees. James Roottrees is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRoe. Oh my god, I love Diamond LaRoe. I love Diamond LaRoe. I loved my favorite song. Some of my favorite songs. According to many sources, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rollin' On Down to the City. I loved that song. The disco song. It was like, oh my god, my favorite part was the chorus. My favorite was the chorus where like, so it's a disco song, and it was like rolling on down to the city, ooh, rolling on down to the city, ooh, rolling. Anyway, we'll listen to it. We'll listen to it. We'll listen to it right now. Let's listen. Oh, one of my favorite songs. Oh, play that song. Yes. Hey. Yeah, this was the bridge is what I was talking about. When it goes Oh! Yeah, the world might be... Yeah. I love this song. Yup. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. And in the city, great-grandson, don't know what that means. Jim Roottrees, this is when it would be down here, this guy. This is Jim Roottrees. Pretty sure, I'm pretty sure, yeah, cause we're going to the city, to the city, yeah, to the city. I'll fly, then we go down into the city, to the city, where we go into the city. So, they say you're so pretty. You're so witty. What a pity. Rolling to the city. Yeah, to the city. Where we rolling to the city. Well, to the city. Yeah, we're rolling to the city. Yeah, we're rolling to the city. Diamond Lachue. There's her picture. Mighty fine picture. Love this song. Great stuff. Down to the city. Hey, look, I went to this concert myself. That's why I'm so into it. And I'm adding ad-libs because that's what they do live. This is the live version. Rolling to the city. So, that was one of my favorite songs back in 1979. The good old days, 1979. It was barely a top 20 hit, but it was a top 5 hit to me. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how a part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Wow! Wow! I mean, real. Real! Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from roller discos. That reminds me of the song Hey Ya. Hey Ya is actually a pretty sad song when you actually listen to the lyrics, but the beat is just so fine that you tend to forget what's happening as you listen to it. Of course, I don't know if that's been released yet. I can't remember when the release date of that song is. But, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter anyway. Because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, except for by me. Even on stations that play oldies. Maybe that's why you'd never heard of it before now. That's a lie game. I listened to this song last week. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says, only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. It was credited to Peter Janowicz from MMM. Music and lyrics by Jim Roottrees, vocals by them. Jim Roottrees is the notable list. He will be marked. The lyrics of the song. Oh, here. Rolling down to the city. Saturday night, you're quite a sight. The world might be burning, but I'm feeling right. Making ends meet to pay rent and eat. We can't afford gas, so we skate in the street. The guys all rush to say that I'm pretty. Ladies blush and find me so witty. They're out of luck tonight, what a pity. We're rolling, rolling, rolling down onto the city. On wheels we glide, with you by my side. Inflation is rising, but so is our pride. Pick our own fate, make love, not hate. They fight overseas, but we'd rather skate. The guys all rush to say that I'm pretty. Ladies blush and find me so witty. They're out of luck tonight, what a pity. We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the city. Politicians at large are all hopeless. The bankers in charge are all clowns. But parties sell better than protests. So signs up while we boogie down, 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 down. The guys all rush to say that I'm pretty. I mean, it's pretty dang good. Jim and Diamond. Although Jim writes the majority of songs and plays the guitar and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit, but it has its fans, who refer to themselves as Diamond's Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music through the 80s and early 90s. Other albums you mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. He's become a recluse and he hasn't made a public appearance since 1996? Shay, thank you so much for the donation! Sabrina needs to watch out. You know what? She does. She does. Because I'm going down into the city. Down into the city. Hold on, we have to look up Cherry Tree and Sounds of Laughter, but I also want to look up on the teen website and see if I can find anything about Diamond Dazzlers. I want to be a Diamond Dazzler. Damn it! Looks like I never will be. Diamond's Dazzlers. Diamond's Dazzlers are of the pastlers. So stupid. Diamond's Dazzlers. Dang it! I'll never be one of them. Not in a million years. Or a million tears. That's what I'll cry before I become one. Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Unless it's under... No. Cherry Tree. Dang it. There's a lot of results for foliage. Sounds of Laughter. Everybody when they watch my stream. Sound of Laughter, actually. An album by Jim and Diamond, released in 1989. You can't even find a full picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to have been very successful, and reviews seem middling even from fans. Some basic liner notes exist on a Jim Roottrees fan page, and it states that the lyrics and guitar are credited to Jim Roottrees. Wait, maybe in here? Dang it! Diamond Dang it! Dang it! Night, Anna. Enjoy the sleep. Wait, what? The dude that was in a boy band and quit before they became the Backstreet Boys and then joined another one and dropped out before they became NSYNC? Worse than that guy that, like, survived a boat crash and then bought a ticket for the Titanic. Damn, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. He's a recluse now. Why are they all becoming recluses? This is a case for me. For Detective Me. Wait a minute. These two are both famous and they're related. What does this mean? Maybe Jim Roottrees parent. Dang it. Thought it would be easy, but it's not. Let's see what other people we gotta search for. Okay, Jim Roottrees not checked off. Lauren Roottrees. Aren't they all related? Shh. By God, you're right. Lauren Roottrees! Author Lauren Roottrees, a distant relative of the Roottrees sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. Ah, one of my favorite books. One of my favorite novels. A Life Between Wars. Really, that one really hit. I don't know why I'm writing Lauren Roottrees. Let's see. According to the website about famous authors, or a website, rather, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty. To a little fanfare. What kind of romance novels? I don't know. I've never read them, I swear. When her publisher learned she had been keeping diaries about her famous family, they insisted that she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottrees, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. The selection of diary entries released in 1965 as A Life Between Wars spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother. What? As well as her perspectives on times changing and socialites all the way through the entry into Vietnam. So yeah, coincidentally, A Life Between Wars does have a chapter about Santa Claus, but that's an unrelated unrelated situation to what we're discussing at hand. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into life of previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under her name, Lauren Roottrees. This included Romance in Court, one of my favorite books. She followed the re-release up by writing 2 sequels, creating what fans refer to as the Court Jester series. That's one of my favorite novels ever. Because usually they write the book where the Court Jester is just a side character. But no, this one, the Court Jester is the one falling in love. Something I can relate to. Anyway, we need to look up A Life Between Wars by Lauren Roottrees. Here we are. Hardcover, published 1993. It seems you've hit the jackpot here. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. Whoa! My printer's going crazy. I'm going to run out of ink. A summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as some particularly relevant entries from the diary have been added to your evidence. Here we go. 7 pieces of evidence. Also, Lauren Roottrees. What the heck do we know about her? Is she's kind of related to them. Like, she wrote the book in 1990 something. So, is this her? Or, because she has a kid. Wait, I'm confused. Whatever, we'll figure that out. Here we go. A Life Between Wars. Schoolbound Publishing. Lauren Roottrees captures the Butler County Times. Wait. Lauren Roottrees? Roottrees. That's what she would be if the book didn't do well. The Butler County Times reviewed Lauren's diary. They got into a bit of Lauren's history. She grew up around the famous Roottrees family. She wrote some romance novels involving historical figures, such as Pirates and Knights, that were released under her married name, Rafferty. Now her diary is being released under her birth name. Wait, she wrote romance novels involving historical figures such as Pirates and Knights? And this is in a real book series that I can read right now? The reviewer gives a 4 out of 5 and claims it captures the evolution in perspective from adolescence to adulthood and a true feeling of change in society across multiple decades. They call special attention to the author's recollection of the day she heard that her husband Jacob died in the war. And And how many times have changed in the more and how times have changed in the more than 20 years between the first and last diary entry. The writer of the review mentions that because the majority of the interactions of the book took place in in Butler County, including many locations they personally recognized, it made everything feel more real and perhaps contributed to a higher score than it would have received otherwise. Don't forget you can find this at many other books at your local library. Wait, I'm downloading the romance book. I don't care if I'm going to learn about her life. Romance in Court I need right now. Please. Let's go. A romance novel by Lauren Roottrees. The About the Author blurb mentions that she had inspiration from one of her brothers. Brother Clancy's lectures on the Middle Ages? Hold the frick on. We're learning so much. We've got this. Let's try Lauren Rafferty. Okay, wait. We have this already. Now Clancy Roottrees? Nothing. He must have a different name. I want to read Romance in Court so bad. Ugh. Wait, her husband died. So does it say anyone's husband died in here? Could this be her? No, split up. Not dead. Not widowed. Being so mean. It sounds mean. I don't mean... I don't mean it to be mean. Yeah, she could be like all the way over here. No, she would be a star. She would be a star. She would be a star. She is a star. Could she be like this one? I don't know. I don't know. Let's read this. Okay. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries that stretch from 1940 to 1965. The most important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband, Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise Clark alone. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. There we go. That's how we know. She never remarried and only had one child. This is it, I guess. Well, it could be this too. Dang it! She never remarried and only had one child. Wait, is this them? Or is this... Yeah, this must be them, right? By skimming the pages of the diary, you glean the following information. She was the granddaughter... Okay, here we go. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Her mother's family was called the Cossels, but she hardly ever mentions them. Her father, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottrees Candy Company and helped write the legal document called the Clanced Trust. We're getting so many freaking informational pieces of information, pieces of words, knowledge. It's clear from context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names. Shorthammed? Shorthammed? Guys. I'm a detective, not a speaker. Leave me alone. 5 Pieces, the first generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. Shorthand. The next generation is Lauren's generation. The Free Spirits are the generation after Lauren's. This is so weird. Okay. Weird. Like, the generations. Oh my god, look at all these pages. An entry titled Complaints from Lauren Roottrees' Diary. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwyn. What did she say about Gwyn? What did Lauren say about Gwyn? What did Lauren say about my Gwyn? What did Lauren say about my Gwyn? No, tell me. Tell me, what did Lauren say? It seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwyn, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 young brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. What? That's so... What? Wait, Gwen was a sibling. Is this the same Gwen? During the summer, where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot... This is getting messy. Aunt Margot. Hold on. Aunt Margot. Hold on. I hoped she would be the sister I never had, and that I'd do the same for her. My freaking notes. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the two of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off. Okay, so they're cousins. God, what does that mean? Cousins. This is Gwen. If they're cousins, does it make sense that she would be here? Right? Aunt Margot. This is probably Aunt Margot. Margolite. Margolite. Probably. This must be Lauren. Oh, she said she had 3 brothers? No, she said she had 3... Oh, shoot. Three brothers? Wouldn't this be her then? No, this is her. This is wrong. Boo. This is her. She has 3 brothers. Yeah. Lauren. Yeah, because the picture would be here for him. His name was, what was it? James? Morden? Okay. She was an author. Oh! We did it! Wait, I didn't even look at all the evidence! I accidentally am doing so well. They've been locked. Booyah! Booyah! Oh, God. Who is it now? Oh, it's you.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes.
And I bet we know who burst those pipes, am I right? That was a joke. There's many layers like this joke. There's many places this joke could go. I was going to say I did because I'm a detective and detectives have pipes. But then also bursting the pipes, maybe someone else did. Someone's trying to mess with it. Or like maybe it was the great-grandfather breaking the pipes. Anyway.
But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion.
Oh.
I also found some important-looking papers.
A reunion. Eee! Photos!
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
9 more? Hey! I'm excited. Look at my little apartment. Okay, hold on. I'm still reading this. I need to read the tea on Gwen. My first love, Gwen. Yes, indeed. I really, truly loved her. She complained. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. She hates her son. She hates Clark. Oh, that's so sad. She hates Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes, oh my god, words, to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in starlit and tell tales of Starlet was a magazine that started with the colorization of him. Thank you, Gwen! Thank you! I mean, what's your name? Lauren. Starlet. And tell tales of how she gallivants around the world kissing the likes of Harrison Lane! She did kiss Harrison Lane! She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I am jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? But you did. You're an author. You did. But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me. And now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwen. This is so intense. In an entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottrees' diary written in 1958, it focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president and the meeting to determine his successor. I'm loving these diary entries. I am loving this. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy. I guess every woman before Gwen was a housewife then. Which I can't really say because I don't know everyone, but I can put here. But I don't know any of the other... Oh, I guess Margolite would be a housewife as well. There we go. Look at this progress. Look at me go. That's a good catch. The every woman before. Okay. I wish I'd been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. So none of them did it. So that means the president was a next gen person. Oh my god. Lauren's generation. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family, since we still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one that volunteered. Ooh. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son and the firstborn 5-piece. Okay, Zachy boy. Zachy boy, let's get you in here. Come on over. Come on over here. Who are you? I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very particular views when it came to his bloodline. Yeah, we know. Lots about syrup. He loves talking about syrup. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach. There we go. Who's Angie? Angie! Angie lady! These diaries are the best thing that ever happened to me. It's making things so much easier. So much easier. Zach, Angie. Also, Clancy is mentioned a lot, and I don't know who Clancy is yet. But Clancy is the, like, medieval person history. I don't know. Lauren likes them. That's all I know. So Lauren would be their cousins. So they're here. I'm going crazy with this. So we've got the first generation, the 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. Lauren's generation's different. Gwen... It's getting crazy. Angie is the... what was it? Hold on. Angie's older than Zach. Zach's surname doesn't match. So this is of these people? So this is Angie? Wait, I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. Hold on. Hold on. Aunt Margaret. Okay. Night Heidi. I feel like I'm slowly losing it. I'm slowly losing it. I can bring it back. Let's just lock in. Okay. I'm the next oldest of us all. But he just laughed. Clancy's a bitch, I guess. Clancy's a bitch. Why does Zach have a different surname? Clancy told me that everyone got crazy. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. So Granddad didn't get his way. Her granddad would be him. So none of his sons, so none of these people are the ones who are going to get it. Then Angie is one of these. We're looking at this generation right now. This is the generation we're on. This line. Zach is... the 5 pieces came down to us next. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family. I'm not sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he volunteered. We don't know where he fits, though. Instead, it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname doesn't match. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece, but I don't know who that is. Whichever person, it could be this, but I don't know who the firstborn son is. It's not this then, and it wouldn't be this. It would be this one or this one. But if Zach is on the list of important people, then it might be here. I might put Zach. Oh, freaking poop. It must be Wilson. And this would be the second president. Let me look up Zach Wilson. Oh wait, Starlet. Wait, I want to look at Quinn's stuff. The tabloid. Okay, Zach Wilson doesn't come up. Zachariah? Or maybe it's spelt Zach. No. Okay, you know what? I want to go to Starlet. I want to look up Gwyn. Gwyn Roottrees was often in Starlet. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce in 1958 from Wild Bill Williams. The gossip is speculative and full of tabloid stereotypes. Some of it focuses on the fact that she announced her divorce. When she announced her divorce, she also announced she was pregnant again. Others mention that the rumor is Wild Bill had multiple affairs, which left her heartbroken. I know how to fix a broken heart, if you'll let me. There's also an interview from earlier where she was asked about her last name. She answered, "The power of a name is undeniable." I feel we're going to get some notes. My grandfather could constantly preach the importance of family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall. You don't say. Cornwall is your father's name. Cornwall. Linus Cornwall. But Roottrees has power. My husband similarly goes by Wild Bill. It's an infamous name that he repurposed for himself because he didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one. But Wild, combined with the alliteration Williams, is incredibly memorable. Go ahead, explain it. Explain it more. Although we've relocated to Paris, I know your readers love to keep up with my husband, so consider this a Starlight exclusive about both of us. Wild Bill and I have a child on the way, and we're sticking with Roottrees for the last name, not Williams. But we also plan to lean into alliteration. Alright, that's how we'll honor both our family names for the next generation. So it's, first let me look up, let me see. Their kid, we still don't know. William... No Bill, nothing. One of her kids, dang it, it's her first kid, is alliteration. They're going with Roottree. It would be an R. Robert or Ronald. Damn it. It's Robert or Ronald, but I don't know who. Okay, I want to look up, I need to finish reading this, but now I'm like, wait, I want to look up, Margolite Roottree. Wait, what if I look up Wild Bill? He was mentioned many times, with stories of and gossip about how he's been seen in public. These specific passages stand out. There we go. His real name is Walter Forsyth. Dun 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 dun. Walter Forsyth. Keep that in, Gwyn's. The second is an interview. Although he doesn't mention her by name, you determine from context he's talking about Gwyn Roottrees. An apology to all the ladies, I'm actually taken. Earlier this year, I did a friend a favor. He was directing a war movie and asked me to play a small part. Wouldn't you know it, that son of a bitch cut me from the picture. I'm just ribbing, it wasn't his fault. Apparently, the studio didn't want to pay for a star of my caliber. It's just like Jimmy Stewart. I got the last laugh, though. I met someone. She spent most of the film crying. She was playing a soldier's wife, and that soldier was Santa Claus. But even through the tears, she was incredible. I know I tend to have a reputation, but this one's true love. I only have eyes for her. Ironically, the third is a rumor about his divorce from Gwyn was due to multiple affairs, including one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims to have overheard Wild Bill and Gwyn arguing in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after, she announced she was divorcing him and that she was pregnant again. Okay. Walter Forsyth. What if I Google Walter Forsyth? I mean, spider search. Oops. Okay. He's listed in a movie called Gal in the Gang, which was produced by Bruce Throckmorton. It appears to be a low-budget comedy, but there's no... Ah, yes, my favorite comedy. My favorite comedy, my least favorite, actually, with the actor that I hate for taking my first crush. Gal in the Gang. Ah, yes, Gal in the Gang. That's all we know about nothing. Gal in the... Funnily enough... Gal in the Gang. wasn't actually the title wasn't very related to the plot. Gal in the gang. Gang. Oh. The gang. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this and read about the drama. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back, maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Oh my god! That is so... Dude, rich families and big families that are like this are messed up. Oh my god. What a mean thing to say. I think this is Zach, but I don't know if it actually is. Oh my god. That's so mean. That's so mean. An entry titled Sam. from Lauren Roottree's diary, written in 1963. From a previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included. Fucking Sam! An obscure relative? Me! Oh my god. Sam. Oh my god, is Sam like a illegitimate child? Wait, I'm making a page for Sam. Obscure. Sam obscure. Okay. Okay, this is weird. Okay. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have so many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up and I'm the only one to realize." Oh my god. Sam is secretly the character Rin is playing as, and the fortune is hers now. Dude, I think that, what if I am a part of this family I didn't even know? What if I'm related? Oh my god, that makes a lot of things I said weird. Which, pretty much, they already were weird. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys. This isn't a part of Sam. But I guess it is. Spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Ooh. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands. EC and John when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm. Dude, she must have cheated. She must have had, Gwyneth was a housewife, she cheated and had another kid or something. I don't know. Eli, Miracle's son. Oh, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Hold on. Where are you? Where are you, Lauren? Okay, so there's two Elis. Apparently, he was riding his mini bike. Mini bike? What does that mean? Alongside the farm a few weeks ago. Sam gave some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider had cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup. Why is Granddad making an exception? No! Okay. Think. So one of the siblings is Eli. For her. Granny had sisters. Granddad had a brother or two, but I was told trim their branches, so why is Sam special? Is Sam in here? Or is this? Is this Sam? You can open this envelope after the whole tree has been filled in. It has two names that must be typed in manually. What does that mean? Who is Sam? Sam's not on the tree because he's not a part of the family. Someone is married to someone called Patsy. Angie summoned all the next gens. Angie is who? We don't know yet. Is Angie the firstborn? Did we say that? Or... because there's a firstborn woman. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting. Oh, no, Angie was the one who was a part of their age. Oh, it's getting complicated. Including Miracle's boys. I'm getting lost among what she's saying. Eli, not my brother. Okay, let's just keep reading what we've got in here. One of the final entries called Clark. This is about her son. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. Poor Clark. Like, I feel like she hates her son. Like, is anyone else getting that impression? I feel like she hates her son. Danielle Franks. Oh, that's so sad. Clark Rafferty. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Me when I hate my son. Oh my god. Carl. I don't know who Carl is. I'm just adding a bunch of notes now because I'm like, who are these people? Or maybe I do Clancy. Oh, Clancy's already won. Let's just put this in Clancy. Let's delete this page. Clancy. Medieval person. Okay, let's just put this in there. Oh, wait, Carl! Carl! Carl as in Carl? Clancy is his dad. Clancy Edward or Clancy Jr.? Probably Clancy Jr. and then Clancy Edward is up here. I guess. Clancy Jr., what was he? I don't know. Oh. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Pop. Because Edward. There's an Edward. There's an Edward. There's an Edward. Edward. Okay, I'm adding Edward. There's too many people in this family. There's too many people in this family. Edward Cullen. As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. I gotta look up Swashbuckle My Heart real quick. Don't mind me. Come on. Come on. Swashbuckle My Heart doesn't pop up. What's the point? What's even the point then? Find my inheritance, Spider Monkey. I'm gonna cry. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not bad. Hold on. Lauren's got so many things in her notes. Zach's not bad, a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job of raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids, but the free spirits and any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Jesus, she's like horrible. Okay, we're all done looking at this. Now we've got a lot of other stuff that I picked up. Okay, let's look. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It's a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least. But in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simple. Love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let her conflict spread to the next generation. CM. Duh. Huh? CM Stephanie Jones? CM Stephanie Jones. You learn from an election results page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate, won her campaign on election day. You find no mention of the Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie has also a very bare-bones website for her campaign. It's simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the article in the Butler County Times. Is she, like, part of the Sam plot? Like, illegitimate child? The Butler County Times. Stephanie Jones. The most recent mention is a small report detailing the election results she won. You also find a full version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. While most of it is unimportant, you do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon, until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones, has lived in Butler County her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. Guys. Sam is short for Stephanie. Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right. Stephanie Jones. Okay. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entire female influence. Though she's a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother, Caroline, a local artist who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past. Dude, there's something. Has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand their maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Hold on. We gotta look up Caroline Landon. Caroline Landon. Nah. Damn. A distant cousin of the Roottrees. What's considered distant? Like, would it be like just like one of these? Why is this a box around it? CM Caroline M something M. Caroline CM Caroline Morden or whatever. Wait. Where's the list? Caroline Morden. Who was Morden again? Someone on here's Morden. Caroline Morden. I don't think I have it yet. But Caroline Morden is definitely it. Let me look it up. Was it Mordaunt? Or was it a D, E? Was it an E? Caroline is listed on a few art websites with much detail. She seems to be associated with a movement called PFLAG. When I spell it wrong. Oh my god. P flag? Is this like organization? Yup! I was gonna say pride flag. Yeah. Let's go. An organization founded in the 70s. The acronym stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. P flag. P flag. It's an organization, though. Like, what do I do? 99% gay. Let's go. How do I look this up more? Maybe here? Or maybe her name. Ah! Let's go! You find a cover story about local art installations, including one by Caroline Morden. I'm just gonna do Stephanie / Caroline, I think. I'm trying not to, like, make this too busy, but it's hard. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. This is mostly a listing of art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story, there's an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It's captioned, Caroline standing next to her sculpture, Atlantis Burden. This sculpture is one of many works featured in her upcoming book, Self-Portrait, Art, and the Beauty of Women. Copy. According to a quote further down, Atlantis' burden is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Let's go to the public library and read this book ASAP. It's by Caroline Morden. Okay. Dedicated to Eloise and Stephanie. Oh my god, is Eloise her lover? Mostly black and white pictures of Caroline's art. The centerpiece is a series of full-color nude self-portraits at different angles, ages. Why aren't we getting those pictures? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Stretching from 25 to 30, they certainly have not been added to your art. Hey, look. You're the one who bought it up, okay? You could cover them up with some tape or paper. I'm a lover of art. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest of her generation. And in her late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men! Oh my god! She especially dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson, who she calls completely bogus. Their marriages led her to double down on her passions, art and the environment, also gay. She even married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. Wait, what? She comes out strongly against the Roottrees company's effects on the local environment and rues how she was not able to convince her father, Zach, to make changes to policy. She explains that her marriage to Mark led to the most volatile moments in her life, all negative, and that the only good thing he ever gave her was a daughter. Leaving them all behind for good has pushed her to pursue her true love's art and the beauty of women. Wow, look at that. Okay, we now know if this is Zach, it's not. So, because Zach had multiple kids. Or not. Wait, what? Her sister. Yeah, she has a sister. So that's not them. So Zach must be... God, where is Zach? Is Zach not on the list of notable people? Zach's sister Gwendolyn, but she only had one kid. Oh, here. This is it. Guardian. Yup. This is it. This is it. This is it. So this is Zach. Zach Morden or Wilson? Wait, what was his name? Well, Morden, because her name's Morden. Her name is Caroline Morden. She is an artiste. Her spouse was... What was her spouse's name? Mark? Sure. They got divorced. She's now with Eloise. Then she met Stephanie. Well, she had Stephanie. She met Stephanie. Well, I mean, technically she did meet Stephanie. She did meet Stephanie after she birthed Stephanie. Okay, then there's... Wait, this is the wrong name, huh? No. Huh? Let's go back to the evidence. Get the pictures. Where is it? I can't see. What the heck? Where's the picture? Hello? Hello? Am I... Oh, here. There we go. Jesus. Okay. Look at this. She married Brian. Thank you. Okay, Brian Jones. That's right. Stephanie is a, like, politician, I guess, is what it would be, or politics. And that's her. That's him. We do have a picture of Caroline now. And Zachariah was the second president. Married to, I don't know. Look at this. So where are those nude photos? I mean... Oh, here it is. She's so cool. Caroline standing next to her sculpture, Atlantis Burden. Wow. At the Art Expo. The image that accompanied a story about a local art project in Butler County Times. It's captioned, Caroline standing next to Atlantis Burden. The sculpture is one of the many works in her book. Right. She's so cool. Oh my god. I love her. I love her. Why Zachariah Morden? Why can't I find this? There's no way. Is that how you spell it? What the hell is this name? Is there an H? Why can't I find anything about Zachariah? If he was one of the presidents... Am I spelling his name wrong? I spelled it right. Whatever. Let's look at the evidence we have. There's still a lot of evidence here. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water-damaged picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris. Gwen and the boys. Gwen and the boys. Film school. One of the boys went to film school. Oh, well, that could have been one of my sons. If only she would marry me. If only she would marry me. And not that fool. Gwen. Her first son. One of them went to film school. If he's in school, it leads me to think that he's the eldest. Oh, are they twins? Oh. No, they're not. They're not twins. Because she had a kid and then she had another one after the divorce. I think we'll leave it like that for now. Because I don't know their names. But, okay. Good to know. Gwen and the boys. Who's this? This photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle. In the corner of his office, the letter says, to Carl and Brenda. Sorry. Real quick, let me just take pictures of them. I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours, if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man... Who the frick is Ernie? I can't remember. Ernie Jr.? Or Ernie? Ernie was a man full of love. Not only for his family, but his family's legacy. Oh, wait, no. Ernie is the main guy. No, Elias is the main guy. Who the frick is Ernie? I don't remember. He had an immense amount of pride for his work. For the work you three did together, as well as how Carl had carried on for him after taking over. Carl carried on for him after taking over. Carl. The previous... Who was it, though? Who's Ernie? Ernie's the previous president? Oh, right. The heart problem. Was this guy the guy with the heart problem? Heart problem. I think that's Bert's husband. God, you're right. I'm sorry. As for myself, it's impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get to the donor list. Yeah, this is Ernie's partner and kid. The company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust. And that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. So, we know, like, Ernie had a kid. The previous president had one child and one partner. Could this be it? Ernie, Debbie, daughter? No, because he was the previous president. So the second president was Zach. Then it would be... There's so many people in this family. This could be Ernie. Maybe this is Ernie. One kid, spouse. I know I'm getting confused too. We could do this. Okay, let's exit out of this. It's just we don't have enough information for that. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Here we go. This picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Let's go. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Eli Jr., Eli Jr., which we've got a picture of now. Eli Jr. Oh, wait, this is Ernie. Duh. Eli. This is Eli. Wait, is this Eli? Yeah. He designed it. Yes, we got Eli's picture. This is it, everybody. Focus, people. Think. Where am I looking? I can't remember where I put this freaking person. Ernie. Not Ernie. Eli. Elias is Eli. And Eli is her brother. No, it's not. Eli Jr. was Elias' oldest son. Eli Jr. Oh, you're right. This is wrong. Thank you. Wait, who the hell is... What the hell is his name? Clark. Why did I put that there? No, it's not. Wait, what's his name? Yes, it is. It's Clark. Rafferty. Oh, wait, no, that's... Huh? Lansing Clara? What was his name? What do you mean? Oh, well. Her husband, Jacob. Doy, not James. Silly. Thank you. Okay, now back to this. The 5 pieces. So Ernie Jr. is the firstborn son. No, it's not. What am I saying? Duh. Focus. Okay. Eli Jr. is Elias's oldest son. But which son is that? I know that that's... I mean, well, if Edward's here, then this has to be Eli. Wait, what? Yeah, this is Pops. Okay. That's Pops. This is Eli Jr. First son. Yup. Architect. Yup. Who was he in the picture? In the center? Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo, since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. Okay, we could do this. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later that they never even took a second photo. So... they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. So who is this? This must be Eli. Just take all the pictures. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it. Oh, so that must be Miracle. This little shit. This little shit right here is Miracle. And they were all kids. Who's this in the back, you think? Who's this guy? Do you think that's Sam? Is that Sam? Is that Sam? Is that Sam? I think Miracle's this little shit here. I guess if the picture was for Eli Jr.'s house, that would be his face. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Rafferty, Jacob, Danielle Franks, Linus, Walter, Mark. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yup. You know what? You know what I need to hear? A booyah! A booyah! What a show. What a show. What a day. What a show. What a day. You know what? I think we should stop there. I feel like it's getting late. It's getting late. I've got a lot done. Look at all this work on the family tree. I think it's a good time to stop because I'm starting to lose my mind. This was real. I actually really like this game a lot. I really like this. I'm having a lot of fun. Oops. I'm having fun. It's very like, I don't know. It's just like a nice little mystery, figuring stuff out. Hopefully next time I play this, I'm not completely lost. Like hopefully my notes are good. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah. Written Detective's on the case, indeed. Written Detective is on the case and always has been on the case, you see? You see, I've never left the case, because I've always been the case itself. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway. Anyway. Thanks, everyone, for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed. And, yeah, I hope you have a good week. If you haven't watched the new video I posted, go watch it. Go watch it. Do it. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon with another thing that I do. Have a good night. Have a good night. Maybe you guys should watch Guys Like Us before next stream so that you don't get spoiled for any more plots. That would be a good idea. But until then, have a good old week. Enjoy your time. And I'll see you soon. Ta-ta!